through the week. It is a Craft and Chat live night. Started with Shauna from Frapps Scraps. She goes live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on her channel. I am Leah from Make All the Things With Me. I go live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then up after me is Kristy from Kristy's Crafty Cottage. She created the Artistry Collective, which is the three of us, and we go live on Wednesdays. So come on in, say hello, welcome in, and grab whatever craft you're working on and craft with me tonight. Say hello. Let me know what you're working on. Are you working on anything? Last couple weeks have totally been a sheet show. And I happen to have a stencil that says, "Welcome to the sheet show. Hope you brought booze." And booze is spelled B-O-O-S, as in ghosts. And here is the stencil. I have made one before. I think it's so adorable. I love it. And it's totally appropriate for the spooky season and for, you know, the kind of weeks we've been having. I've got a 12-inch round. I have a couple of them. I have this one from Dollar Tree, which I think is like an 1/8-inch round. Hey, Shauna, there you are. You got here fast. Hey, Poppy. Hi. Happy Wednesday. How are you? And it's hit or miss whether you can get these at Dollar Tree. And then always look to make sure that they're nice and even, because sometimes they're a little wonky and warped. But I'm going to be working on this round. It's a 12-inch round. I picked this up, I believe, at, I'm going to say Ollie's. I think I got this at Ollie's. It says Craft Me, so I believe it's from Ollie's. And it says it's 11.81 by 11.81. You know, you can never get a true 12-inch, just like cardstock, right? It's never truly 12 by 12. And I've been sitting here trying to think about what color I should paint the background. I have black out here. I think I'm going to do it in black. I'm just going to give it a quick sanding so it's all even and smooth. With signs like this, I don't usually like to distress or make them rustic looking. I just pretty much like to, I don't know, keep them like one solid, fun, smooth, happy color. I have been loving like the pink ghosts. I think it's been a couple years now, right? That pink ghost and the pink and the cutesy Halloween has been popular, and you know, I do love pink, and I do love the ghosts. I think they're adorable. The cuter the better. But I don't know what color to do the background. I think I should just do it black, right? What do you think? Do you have any? Hey Marie, welcome. There is Nona Troll with that little wrench. She is the moderator here, so be respectful or she will boot ya. Especially at Michael's right now, it's all kinds of pink. Yeah, and even Dollar General. And Dollar General put out all their fall stuff. I went to look today. I was good. I didn't buy anything. There were a couple things I wanted to buy, but you guys saw my tub last week. And if you missed my Friday night live, I made this viral thing from Michael's. I think theirs is like 16 by 20 and it's like $80 or something like that. I think it's like 70 on sale. And I just recreated it on a smaller scale. This is a black canvas from Dollar Tree. And I used lightweight spackling. I believe this was from Dollar Tree. I put some paint in here and stirred it up and used a jumbo craft stick to make these little ghosts. so cute, so quick, so easy. I did put some splatter and I did mess up the splatter, but I'm leaving it. I am going with it. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. If you want to share me into the YouTube chat group on Facebook, that would be awesome. I also made these. This is a 2x4 little pumpkin, and this is a 1x4. I used a scroll saw my first time I was practicing, so I made a little wonky ghost, and then I made a little cat. Doesn't have to be hard. Hey Cheryl, you made your craft stick ghost the other day. Oh, awesome! I want to see. But I had so much fun creating these. I love to put up like all these little knickknacks and all these little decorations at Halloween time. Hey Alicia, how are you? Happy Wednesday, my friend. Hello Kitty, hi. Michelle Jones, hey. How are you, friend? They're all so cute, thank you. Guadalupe Vega, hello. And bonjour. I don't know how to say your name. Hossein? I'm well. I am like, this is going to be a long week. I am actually working with a stencil from the Stencilsmith, the Welcome to the Sheet Show, because that's the kind of life I've been having. I have been having a total sheet show life. Work is just busy and exhausting, and I come home and all I want to do is just go to bed because I'm so tired. You're new? Hi. Grow a garden. Hello. Does that mean you know how to grow a garden? And I am so jealous because I have the opposite of a green thumb. All right, I think I am going to paint the background in black. I like black and white. All right, let's put this to the side. We don't need it right now. Let me grab my last clean paintbrush. Yes, everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And please give the video a thumbs up. It really does help. I have tried. I have one. Wait a minute. I might have another living plant. Oh, it's still alive. My daughter brought me a plant. She doesn't like it because it's like growing tendrils. And so I like brought it in here. I have a money tree that I've had for like 10 years. And it started to die. And so I repotted it, and now it's like coming back. It was so full, and now it only has one branch. I try so hard, but I am like really terrible at it. This is stapled on here. This is how I bought it. I am just going to tape it back. Hopefully I won't get it dirty. And then I'll just start painting. Happy birthday, Guadalupe. Happy birthday. Is it your birthday? It was one of my coworkers' birthday today. We had cupcakes. Who doesn't love cake, right? So a lot of times when I work with wood, I like to distress the edges. I don't know, but sometimes I think for some Halloween, oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to use some stain on this. Oh well, I already started painting it. I might be able to wipe some now. I already started painting it. I'm just going with it. I got here and I totally forgot what I wanted to do until I put the paint down. Anybody else? Well, happy birthday, friend. Thank you for spending it with me. My daughter's birthday is at the end of the month. A lot of August birthdays. I think I have 3 or 4 coworkers, so we'll be having lots of cake this month. I am making a sign. I'm working with a stencil. I usually work with stencils. I love stencils. It just makes creating so fun. Makes you look like a professional. And the stencil is this stencil right here. I've used it before, and it says, "Welcome to the sheet show. Hope you brought booze." Because it's been that kind of a week. So yeah, I like to work with stencils. Not so great at freehanding artwork. I probably could, but I would stress over it and it would take me forever and ever and ever. So I use stencils. It's not cheating. It's still art. So, sometimes I'm worried about getting paint over the edges. If you paint towards the edge, somehow the paint won't spill over to the edge. It doesn't matter with this one because I do need to paint the edges. But if you're painting something, you know, in different colors and you don't want the paint to spill over, always paint towards the edge. Start kind of in the middle and paint. I'm going to dry this and I'm going to give it another coat, and then maybe I'll hit the edges with the stain. You love it. You love to do art. Well, that's awesome. I love it too. All the things. Although I haven't been very creative lately. I don't know. I kind of had no mojo because work has been so exhausting and so busy. And if I haven't mentioned it and you are new here, you too. Grow a Garden. Do you have a channel and you post videos? I would love to follow you. And my friends here too. Just give her a follow. Or he. Give them a follow. I am a dental assistant, so during the day, I work with teeth. And it's not, I mean, I've been doing it for a long, long time, and I do love what I do, but it's not the funnest job, and it's not the nicest. You know, people don't like going to the dentist, and, you know, a lot of times they come in and they're in pain, and they're not always the nicest. Right? Nobody likes going to the dentist. I mean, when you have to go, right? Like if you have a toothache, that's the worst. And yes, I know. And on Wednesdays and Fridays, I work oral surgery, so I pull teeth all day long. Well, I don't. I assist. I assist in the pulling of the teeth. And I'm giving this 2 good coats so nothing will happen to it. And I happen to be doing, I'm going to be doing a craft show in October. I want this to look professional, nice, put together. Patty, being in AC brings your energy level down. Difficult to, wait a minute. Being in AC brings your energy level down. Difficult to find motivation. Your dentist and hygienist are so nice. It makes it so much better. Yes. That always helps. Oh. It's hard. It's hard to be mean to me. I don't let them. I kill them with kindness. I mean, I get it. If you've ever had a toothache, it really is the worst pain that there is. It really is. It just, there's no relief, right? And even when you know, if there's an infection. Oh, thank you so much, Guadalupe. One of these days I'm planning to redo my room. I want to paint. I need to organize desperately. But yeah, so, you know, if you've ever had a toothache, you know it is the worst. And then even waiting for the medicine to kick in. So I often deal with people that have toothaches and are not happy. You know, it's hard when you work someplace and the first thing people say to you, no offense, but I hate you. You don't even know me. Hey, Zach, Iggy. I'm sorry with all these names, but hey, how are you? Thank you for saying hello. He's had a toothache. Oh boy, get to the dentist. Don't wait for it to blow up. It's going to blow up on a weekend and you're going to have to wait till Monday. You go to urgent care, they give you antibiotics. It takes 24 hours to kick in. Don't wait. I mean, if you let it go, you're going to end up a root canal, worst case scenario, and extraction. You don't want to lose a tooth. If it's just a little toothache, you might need a filling. But don't go. It always amazes me how long people will live with a toothache. I think living with a toothache is scarier than going to the dentist. We're there to help you and get you out of pain. Yes, please, grow a garden. Share me out. Please, I would love that. I am about halfway to monetization here on YouTube. And, you know, it's not easy. So, grow a garden. What do you grow? What's your specialty? So I use chalk paint on this, Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint. I love working with chalk paint. It's thicker, gives you better coverage than acrylics. Acrylics are good too. I'm overheating and it's bubbling a little bit. Here's what it's looking like. I am crafting. I am making a Halloween sign. All right, let's put that away. And I am going to get my white paint ready. And I have to grab one of these. All right, so this is the sign I'm making. I think this is fun to hang on your door or your wall or, you know, to decorate for Halloween. Welcome to the Sheet Show. Hope you brought booze. And the booze is spelled B-O-O-S. All right, so I need to get this down. I do like to take down my stencils wherever I can find a little space here. It helps, it keeps it from moving around. I'm going to grab a stencil brush. So if you saw my friend Alicia from Shard and Sign Check, she was on here a little while ago. I don't know if she's still here. Am I selling these things? Yes, this one will be for sale. When there is a big space, she just showed me the other night, you can start in the middle, but usually what you want to do is start off with just the least amount of paint on your stencil brush so you don't get any bleeding. And it's going to take a few coats, especially, I think my black was not totally dry, so I got a little bit of gray. But it helps prevent the bleeding in the lines. And I like to use a stencil brush. Some people use sponges or they use foam brushes. and they pounce. I go in circular motions, and it does take layers, especially when you are using white over a dark color. You do not want a lot of paint on your stencil brush. It is easy to fix in case of bleeding. Thank you. YouTube, where's your head? Where's my head? Yes, tell me your hobbies, Guadalupe. Everyone needs a hobby, right? That's how we get through life. That's how we get through the sheet shows. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry. So this is what the first coat looks like. It looks gray, but the more paint you go over it, the brighter it'll be. And now I'm gonna go over the letters. I do have different size stencil brushes. I'm just gonna try not to switch. I've got the white on this one, so I'm just going to go with it. I dip into my paint, swirl it around, and then I offload onto a paper towel. Oh, well, thank you. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure. And please let me know if something goes on. The other day when I went live, my live started looping. I'm not sure what happened. And I hold the stencil brush straight up and down, and I'm not even putting any pressure. I'm just swirling straight up and down. I keep going until I run out of paint. All right, I'm going to lift it. Here's what it's looking like. I'm going to dry it and then go over it again. Had a little bit of bleeding here, but that's easy to fix. And I'm using Waverly chalk paint in white, just regular old white. I like to work with chalk paint. It dries fast. So because I have that taped down, I can lift it, put it back down, and it'll go back down into the same spot, usually. There we go. And then I start all over again. And the more layers you do, the brighter it becomes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Next time you watch, leave a comment, would you? I would appreciate that. I would appreciate that. It really does help our channels. I usually give away the things that I make, or I make them special by request for friends. So, you know, social media, passive income is the way to go. And I love doing this. I love sharing. I love connecting. Thank you. I appreciate that. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And then just to remind you, every Wednesday night I go live as part of the Artistry Collective. We are a group of 3 crafters. Shauna from Frapps Scraps goes live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I go live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And Kristy from Kristy's Crafty Cottage goes live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Most of the time, you'll catch the 3 of us, but sometimes only one of us, sometimes only 2 of us goes live, but it's always on a Wednesday. And you can find the links to their channels in my description below. Fall crafts shows are so fun. It's outside and inside. It's part of an Apple Fest. It's called the Apple Fest, and it's in town. And a friend of mine has been doing it for years, and she asked me to participate this time. So I'm going to try. Usually I don't, because I get so nervous. I don't know. I just feel like it's, I don't know, stressful to create, to sell. It's different when you're creating to sell. You know what I mean? Am I creating what people will want? My feelings get hurt if I don't sell anything. And I know, like, craft shows haven't been, you know, in the past couple of years haven't been too successful. You know, times are tough. All right, I'm going to give this a quick dry and then go over it again. But here it is. It looks much brighter now that I did the second coat and I took the top sheet off. Your brother is a cop and he has a toothache? He needs to get to the dentist. Tell him I said so. And like I said, working with chalk paint, it's really the way to go because it's thick and it dries fast. It gives you the best coverage, I think. Has anybody stenciled before? Can you make you a picture? Of course I can. Just send me a message. Send me a message. I believe there's a contact info in my description below. Feel free to email. And this stencil is from the Stencilsmith. There is a link in my description. It is an affiliate link. If you order, use the code ALLTHETHINGS, you will save 15% at checkout. The information is in my description. It does not cost you anything extra to use my link, but I do receive a small commission and I appreciate that so much. And I love stencils, and I love to spread the word, and I love these stencils from the Stencilsmith. Can you donate? Well, I'm not monetized, but if you share my channel out, I can become monetized, and then you can donate whatever you like. All right, so I have to do the bats, and then there's a second part to this. So I'm going to put this back. There are two tiny little bats, and then the face of the ghosts. And since I love pink Halloween, I'm going to paint the bats with pink. This is Shocking Pink. It is a folk art home decor chalk paint, just in case. I know everything is backwards. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to dip in the paint and then kind of offload onto my paper towel here. And this is probably going to take quite a few coats, because this is a thinner chalk paint. And I already see I'm bleeding here. All right, let's dry it. I think what I should have done was used a little bit of a gray paint underneath as the base coat. That makes colors pop. And I'm just pouncing because this chalk paint is thin. And I had a little bit of bleeding underneath the stencil. Do one more coat. Oh, well, thank you, Guadalupe. I think maybe some sparkle is in order. Okay. Let's do. So, when you order stencils from the Stencilsmith, sometimes they have layers and different parts to it. So down here below, it says overlay. And these are the parts that are going to be the ghost face, and there's a glass of wine. So you line it up, and you only have to line it up once. And you don't have to line it up for each and every ghost. Just line it up once, and it's all lined up. Okay. Even the glass of wine is in the right spot. And I'm just going to touch an area up over here where some of the pink paint. Alright, back to the black. I'm going to dip in the black, swirl it around on my brush, offload onto the paper towel, and paint the faces on the ghosts. Okay. And I have berry wine for the wine glass, and it's by Folk Art. It's a matte acrylic paint, and I just poured out way too much. This is so stinking cute. Bye, Grow a Garden. Thanks for being here. See how that looks. Oh, that looks great. Welcome to the sheet show. Hope you brought booze. Wouldn't this be fun hanging in your front door? Alright, so I'm just gonna clean up a few edges, and I'm just using a black paint marker. See how you can easily fix your mistakes? Now, I do have a white one, but sometimes it doesn't always work too well crossing the bridges. So when you stencil, the stencils need these little gaps right here. Otherwise, this whole middle would fall out, and you wouldn't be able to, like, I mean, you would know, kind of know that's an O, but it wouldn't show you the whole letter. So those gaps need to be there. And thanks, Puppy. Lena, hello. Thank you so much. Let me see. So I'm crossing my bridges. That's what that means. Those gaps are called bridges. Although I don't always mind them. And it's going to take me a few tries. Took me how many layers of white? 2 or 3. Same thing with the paint marker, or if I used a regular paintbrush with paint like this, a really tiny brush. I don't know if I like this one. Let me find a really small brush. My friend Lori from Farmhouse Stencil Shop, she uses little eyeliner brushes, and they work great for her. Since I have that other round, I think I'm going to make another one with a pink background. And for these, since the space is small, I am going to use my paint marker. And you don't have to do this. Like I said, I've done it so many times where I've just left the gaps open. I'll try it and then I'll show you what it looks like. All the gaps are filled in. Pink is nice for Halloween. Hey Karen, yes it is. Thank you, Patty. I am going to paint around the edges. I'm going to stain the edges. I'm just going to put this cap back on and I'm going to grab my stain. Thank you for reminding me, Rory. When my kids were little, I used to go all out. What is your favorite color? I like all shades of blue. Aqua blue is my favorite color. Now I need to find my stain. Where did I put my stain? It's always right here. my stain? Oh, here it is. I'm going to use Valspar Antiquing Glaze. It's a great stain. I'm going to turn it over, make sure everything here is dry. Let's remove the stickers. If you heat up a sticky sticker, it loosens up the adhesive and then you can peel it right off. And you know, if you want to be really budget friendly, you could put a totally different design on the back for a different holiday. Let's say Thanksgiving or Christmas. And then all you have to do is just spin the sign around. I love the stencil too. Hey, Judy. Yeah, I thought it was really appropriate because, you know, lately it's just been a sheet show. And then you could finish it off with the bow. Well, there's not a lot of room. Maybe if I had used a 14-inch round, I'd have room. There's not really a lot of room for a bow, but maybe something on the hanger. Get a really fun Halloween ribbon or fabric. All right, I need a new one. This is a terry cloth covered sponge. This is one of my favorite ways to apply the stain. And I usually just dip into the lid and then I just offload it a little bit and then I just start applying the stain. And it's wood stain and it's antiquing. You can, if you're going for a rustic or farmhouse look, you can apply the stain over a color and it just ages it and antiques it. I did it on this. I used it on this little ghost. And it's just as easy as this. And you can use a paintbrush, you don't have to use a sponge. I feel like I have more control with the sponge. And now the back looks finished. I'm just going to go around the sides here. Just as easy as that. Here's the back. Here are the sides. I keep these sponges in a little plastic baggie. It keeps them from getting hard and drying out. You really love it. Hey, Laurel. I am trying to get all set for Halloween. Plus, fall and Halloween are the holidays or the time of year that I really decorate, because you can start putting your stuff out now, right? The end of August, and keep them up until right after Thanksgiving, right? You can keep pumpkins out that long. All right. Get this out of here. Didn't do too bad with that. I have some time left. And let's see. I do have a little ribbon that has little ghosts on it that is so stinking cute. And I don't know where it is. But you can add any kind of embellishment. Oh look, even something like this, right, with the little bats, because it has the bats. Then I have these little pumpkins that you can add and decorate or set something up. I have this with spider webs. Have I ever painted a shell? I think I have. I did. No, I stenciled a sea turtle. All right, so what I did here was this is an awareness ribbon bow. You fold it over like you're making an awareness ribbon, and then you just scrunch it down all together. And this is wired, and I do like working with wired ribbon because you can just bend it and shape it. And then I take a piece of twine, or you can take any kind of floral wire, or another piece of coordinating ribbon, and make a bow to cinch it together. Let's dovetail it. And with that little piece of twine that I had, I'm just putting it to the top of the hanger that was already there. And I'm just I'm not gonna double knot it, just in case I want to change my mind and put something else there. And let's do a fun button. Do I have any fun buttons? Too fun in here. Yeah. I have some fun glow-in-the-dark ghost ribbon. I can cut out one of those little goes, and put that on top of the button. Just use your imagination, use what you have. If you want to put florals on here, you can do that. And then you have something like this, and just hang it up, but use your imagination. Double up. You can make this bow as big as you want, as elaborate as you want, as simple as you want. I always tend to go for simple. Thank you, Shauna. Oh, well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you watching. Thank you so, so much. If we could get that thumbs up number up, I would love that too. Thank you, everyone, for... Ooh. I'm losing my buttons. But here is my finished piece. It's probably not finished. It usually never is. I usually work on it more. I will stare at it for a few days and decide if it needs a bow changing or if it needs something else. Thank you, Guadalupe. Thank you, Judy. Simple is always great. Yes, that is my goal. A simple life. I don't ask for much. Thank you so much, Guadalupe. I appreciate it. But I love this. I love this saying. I need to fix it up a little bit. That's one of the things I look at too. I go back. Does it need a little bit more paint? Does it need some sanding? Does it need some fixing? Touching up? That kind of stuff. Like I was thinking of adding some glitter to the wine glass and to the bats. But I love the saying. You took forever to find the thumbs up button in here tonight. Oh, how are you watching? I love this sheet show, right? I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, I'm so used to it now because, I mean, I don't even know how many times a day I say it's a sheet show. I know. I think I'll make one for work. Right? I think it'll make the girls smile. But yeah, so this is my project tonight. Thank you, Patty. Join us again next Wednesday. We are the Artistry Collective. We start at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with Shauna from Frapps Scraps. She usually does junk journaling. She is the absolute most amazing. She has all the things. She is a gadget girl. So she goes live at 7 p.m. Eastern. You're on YouTube, but you didn't realize the 3 dots were up in the right. Usually you find it on the bottom left. Yeah, it depends like what device you're using. From the phone, I think it's the 3 dots. And then I go live at 8 o'clock. My name is Leah. This is Make All the Things With Me. And then Kristy, our hostess, goes live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I haven't heard from her, right? We haven't seen her in the chat, but she will be live at 9. So go on over and watch her. She does a little bit of everything too, mostly mixed media. You're always on your phone. Yeah, and I think like it's not by the good night, Marie. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so, so much. I am so glad you are back. Top right with the 3 dots. Yeah, and it's like different from the computer, and it's different from a tablet. Oh, thanks, Patty. Thank you so much for joining me. I so appreciate it. I will be live again on a Friday night. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 8 o'clock. But if you hit that little bell and you allow notifications on your devices, you will be notified when I upload a video or when I go live. And I go live also on Facebook. I stream at the same time. The comments here are way better than Facebook. I've been having so many problems on Facebook. Not a happy camper over there. Over there is a total sheet show. I prefer YouTube. So join me on Friday. I don't know what I'm making. Have no clue yet. At least you learned something new, right? All right, friends, have a great night. I will see you over in the chat in Kristy's Crafty Cottage. Bye for now.